Hello, abnormal family. I have a little bit of news for you before we jump into this pretty crazy encounter from India today. This is going to be from India. Well, I think what we have decided to do to try to make things easier for everyone is what we're going to do is I think we've decided Saturdays at 8 o'clock is going to be our boots on the ground. That's going to be the night that we're going to go out and do all of our investigations that are going to be routine so that you all will be able to know when we're going to be on. So mark your calendars for Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time. That will be the night we will go boots on the ground. Also, Sundays will be the night that we're going to sit down and we're going to do our sit downs and the breakdown of the videos as long as you all like those. The numbers have been down on those quite a bit, and we've even considered dropping the lives on that and then just dropping a video that day. So if you all want us to keep the actual lives and the breakdowns of all the material we find, sharing the audio clips and everything, then let me know, and we'll start seeing you on Sundays at 8 o'clock p.m. So remember, Saturday nights at 8, Sunday nights at 8. Saturday nights at 8 will be our boots on the ground. Sunday nights at 8 will be the sit-down breakdown from the week prior. And we may have impromptus, through the week and other investigations we do, but the Saturdays and Sundays should be in place unless something happens. Alright, guys, let's get into this encounter. I still shudder recalling that fateful night in the remote Indian forest, where I had been volunteering as a teacher for 2 months. The school was nestled deep within a lush, subtropical forest with barely discernible roads and scarce cell phone signal. Our small group of interns and project supervisors stayed in decent guest house about a kilometer away from the school. One evening, as I stepped outside for a smoke, I heard giggles and footsteps in the darkness. Concerned, I called out, but silence followed. Suddenly, a shriek pierced through the air, which honestly made me frightened for the first time in India. I knew I had to act. I ventured into the woods, moonlight guiding me through the dense foliage. The forest was alive with critters, but I pressed on determined to find the source of the distress. I couldn't leave somebody in need, especially a child. After 200 meters, I stopped, unsure which direction to take. The silence was oppressive, punctuated only with the distant hooting of owls. And that's when I saw it, a translucent humanoid figure. It was perched on a branch about 10 feet above the ground. The Vitala's skeletal face, menacing white eyes, and long, skinny arms froze me in terror. Its legs swung back and forth like a monkey preparing to pounce. My mind raced, but my body was absolutely paralyzed. Time seemed to stand still as the being began to move, its arms reaching for another branch. I thought my time was up. This was where I'd meet my end, and they would blame it on a crazy animal here in India. But somehow, the creature didn't attack. Instead, it grunted, slunk behind a trunk, and vanished. That's when my legs found strength, and I sprinted back to the guest house. The next day I woke up with a low-grade fever, still shaken. Our caretaker noticed my distress and encouraged me to share my story. His response stunned me. "Sir, you encountered and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Vetala, Vetala. They lure travelers by mimicking voices. Once seen, they possess you, bringing ruin, misfortune, and sickness usually to the person that has the encounter." "But why didn't it possess me?" I asked. The caretaker's eyes locked onto mine. He said, "That Rudraksha, I want to pronounce this one wrong. That Rudraksha bead around your neck saved you. Its spiritual power protected you." I recalled the thread with the beads, and I always wore them. It was a gift from my grandmother. The caretaker's words echoed in my mind. Vitalas are ancient spirits, dwelling in these woods. Few have seen them and lived to tell the tale. You're fortunate. His expression turned serious. "Be cautious. This forest has many secrets." That harrowing experience taught me to respect the local lore and to beware of the forest secrets. Never venture alone into the dark. Always travel in pairs or groups. Even years later, the memory sends just a menacing feeling down my spine, reminding me the night that I could have lost my life to a creature. Looking back, I realized that encounter changed me. It opened my eyes to a mysterious world of the unknown, and importance of respecting traditions. The beads remains a cherished symbol of protection that I keep. If you ever find yourself in those woods alone or in India, lured by an inexplicable presence, which they say are all around the world, not just here in India, heed my warning, don't venture further. That terrifying encounter remains just burned into my soul, a reminder of the supernatural forces lurking in the shadows. Though years have passed, the fear still lingers, and I ensure that I'm never alone in those woods after dark. The experience influenced my perspective on life, making me more cautious and appreciative of cultural heritage. I now understand that some secrets are just better left unexplored, or left to those that are professionals. I'm grateful for the caretaker's wisdom and the beads of protection. Their significance has stayed with me, reminding me of the encounter's gravity. Even now, recalling the Vitala's menacing eyes sends shivers all over my body. I look like a goose sometimes, Mike. Its presence, it still haunts me. A reminder of the unknown that lurks around us. As I recount this experience, I'm transported back to that fateful night. The forest darkness, the Vitala's presence, and the desperation all come flooding back. I share the story as a warning, hoping others will heed my caution. Venture into the unknown with reverence and respect. That terrifying night, it taught me to appreciate the mysterious and unknown. As I recount this experience, I'm transported back to a fateful night. The forest darkness, Vitala's presence, and the desperation all comes flooding back, almost like PTSD. I hope this story will help save somebody. I hope that you will take things in the woods more serious, as I didn't before. These things are out there. Thank you for sharing my encounter all the way from India. Hey, we appreciate you sending your encounter in from India. Wow, that's a very interesting encounter. You know, when we start talking about these translucent beings mimicking sounds and stuff, I can't help but wonder, what are they, What are they? Are they actually translucent? Or is it a camouflage, an adaptive camouflage? That's one of my theories for Sasquatch, that they have hollow hairs. They're able to move them like a cat does, and they're hollow, so it gives them a sense of adaptive camouflage to their surrounding, which would be a perfect camouflage. What do you guys think? I'd like to hear in the comments what you think these creatures are. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I hope you and your family are able to get off work today or do whatever you end up doing tonight on a Friday night. And hope you have a safe Friday. And we hope to see you tomorrow night, Saturday night at 8 o'clock p.m. for our Boots on the Ground, and then Sunday at 8 o'clock. And maybe we can talk a little bit about the Halloween findings that are coming in. Some pretty crazy stuff. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Until next time, keep your head on a swivel. Don't be something's dinner. And we'll see you on the next one.